Welcome to Three Mountain Games. Quick review of 5 Minute Dungeon. 5 Minute Dungeon is a 2 to 5 player, 5-minute game. With this game, you pick your hero from one of the 5 heroes. These are double-sided, so like this hero here, you could either be the barbarian, or you could be the gladiator, you could be the wizard, or the sorceress, you could be the paladin, or the Valkyrie. You could be the huntress, or the ranger, or the ninja, or the thief. Each one of these heroes has a special ability. Like the ninja has Vault, discard 3 cards to defeat an obstacle. I'll show you what that is in a minute. And each hero comes with its own deck. These decks are kind of in theme to what the characters are. Your next step after you pick your hero is to shuffle up your deck, and then you draw however many cards based on the number of players. Like a 3-player game, you would draw 4 cards, and that's your starting hand. Next, you pick who your boss is going to be. You can start out with boss 1, which is the easiest boss, and it ranges all the way up to the final boss, the 6th boss. These again are double-sided. And then this tells you how many cards are going to be in this dungeon. So you would then take 20 of the dungeon cards, and you always shuffle in 2 of the adventure cards, event cards that are a little bit different. So we'll shuffle those in a little bit. So then you have built your boss. And then what you do is you download the 5 Minute Dungeon app, and you start the timer in that app, and that gives you 5 minutes to defeat the boss. Once the timer starts, you flip your first card, and you have to defeat disappearing blocks. And how you defeat that card is in your hand. You would have these symbols, and you're trying to play onto there. And then when you play, you draw more cards, and your opponent is also playing to try to help you. So like here, I've already played the sprint and the scroll, and you would have to hope that your opponent has the arrow. And they play that. As soon as it's defeated, you flip the next one, which was an event card. And this says flip over the next 2 dungeon cards, and you have to defeat both of them. So then you would flip both of these cards, and you'd have to defeat both of those before you would go on to the next card. Once you get through all of the dungeon deck, then you have to defeat the hero, or the boss, I mean. And then that's the same thing. You have to play the cards that match the symbols and communicate. This is actually a 2 sprint symbol. And then you'd still need, at this point, if I played all of that, you would have to still play 2 arrows and 1 more sprint to defeat the baby barbarian and beat the first level boss. All of that has to get done in 5 minutes. The other aspect of the game is if you don't have the symbol card, like I didn't have the arrow, say I refill, and you don't have the card you need, then you have to discard a card and draw again. I mean, it's actually not a discard. You're playing it on here, but because it doesn't defeat any of the stuff, it's just considered an extra, like a misplay almost. And you just keep drawing. So you have 5 minutes, plus you can't run out of your deck as you play, just to make sure that, so it's kind of that balance of, do I want to play fast, unloading cards and risk running out of my deck, or do I play a little bit slower and run out of time? As you get up into the higher bosses, even boss 5, your dungeon deck is 40 cards, with 2 event cards. And you have more to defeat here to defeat the dungeon master. Final boss is even more tricky. You got 50 cards plus the 2. And so that's really 5 Minute Dungeon. You're balancing that ever-going time. You're feeling that pressure of the time coming at you. Plus you're feeling the pressure of you don't want to go through too many cards. One of the other things, each deck has some extra stuff. So like you could steal another player's hand, add it to your own. There's a sprint, defeats an obstacle. because in here there's obstacle cards, there's monsters right there. Living vines is an obstacle. There's a person, there's monsters. So these cards defeat different things. Here's another defeat obstacle. Here's a backstab, defeat a person. Here's a donation, give your hand to another player. So each deck has some of its own flavor when it comes to the special abilities and special things. So again, back to the heroes though, like the Vault, to discard 3 cards to defeat an obstacle. When you flip an obstacle, you could just instantly just play 3 cards, defeat that obstacle, and flip the next card. If you'd like, stop by and check out the game. We'll have it here on display. We have it available for sale. Either way, just stop in, check it out. It's a great game for people to play together, and you know that it's going to take 5 minutes, and it's 5 minutes of chaos and quick play, and everyone's engaged, so that it isn't one where you're sitting and waiting 5 minutes for somebody to make a play. This one you have 5 minutes to play. Thank you for watching.